Hello and welcome to the Vikings in Wirral. I'm Professor Stephen Harding, and although I now work at the University of Nottingham, I was born and brought up in Wirral. And I'm also a very keen supporter of Tranmere Rovers, and I suppose I first got interested in Vikings when, as a youngster, I discovered that Tranmere was the only football team in the English League with a Norwegian Viking name. And I just happened to have a clip of Tranmere on the computer here. It's of Tranmere playing in the Wellington Cup final at Wembley Stadium in the year 2000. So let's have a look.
Swinging free kick and a chance here for Kelly. He scored! David Kelly! Tranmere are level against all the odds!
But 1100 years ago, the Viking settlers, when they first arrived in Wirral, would not have seen a football team, but rather instead something like this: crane birds at a sandbank. And this is what Tranmere means. Tran is a crane bird and mere is a sandbank. In fact, further investigation shows that there is something very special about Wirral, with many more place names with Viking origin. It was really a Viking mini-state, with a clear boundary or border to the south, passing through a place called Raby, its own seaport at Mells, and its own parliament called a thing wall. Wirral had its own language, the old Viking language called Old Norse, which is rather like the language spoken today in modern Iceland, and it had its own leaders. The first of these was a man called Ingimund. And today that Viking influence still echoes in the Wirral landscape and its people. And recent DNA analysis of men from old Wirral families has shown that nearly a half have their strongest matches with modern Scandinavians. And Viking legends remain, such as the story of the hammer of the Norse god Thor, becoming what is now the large sandstone outcrop at Thurston Common. So let's go back in time and let Ingimund and his friends take us through this wonderful story about our Viking past and present.